Alright everybody, so this is a little insight about Tergrid. Now we're gonna go through with some discarding shenanigans. Toll of the Invasion. Target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it, and they discard and you amass 1. This deck does have a lot of amass. It's heavy on the discard, a little light on the sacrifice, but can't go wrong with Vicious Rumors. Bloodhusk Ritualist with the multi-kicker. I've always loved this card. Vampires are one of my favorite types of creatures, so I had to include that. Bite of the Black Rose. I thought of the Will of the Council. I liked it. Thought it was pretty good. It doesn't really work too great in 1v1, but still. Myers Toll. I mean, obviously, gotta go with that. Simple and auto include to me. Mind Rot. I know that there's other better choices, but Mind Rot is the only one I had at the time of building this deck. So Horrifying Revelation. Target player discards a card, then puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. I love the Phyrexian stuff, so I had to put that in there. Tormented Thoughts. You know me. I don't care about sacrificing my own stuff, so that definitely helps out too. Psychic Missima. Target player discards a card. If the land card is discarded this way, return to your owner's hand. Once again, Phyrexian stuff. I know there wasn't the Phyrexian side of it, but it should have been, honestly. It's such a good card, though. Inquisition of Kozilek. Yes, I had to use this cup version of it because this is the one I actually have. So I actually put this into the deck. Dravel's Shadowfuge, just because of the fact that he's also in the deck as well. Flavor is the honest only reason why I put that in there. There's other discarding items in this deck. Haunted High Tower. I mean, obviously, Flying Lifelink, whenever it attacks, they have the discard, and whenever a card's put into the graveyard for anywhere, I mean, that's definitely helped out. Griel, Mindraker, I saw that, I had to get it. He was actually rather cheap, so, of course, Megrim, discard staple. You gotta have it if you're discarding stuff. Dream Stealer. Just because of creatures not really being in this deck, and the fact that he helps discard as well. Geth's Grimoire, obviously amazing when they're discarding cards left and right. Sangromancer, creatures are dying, discarding's happening, you're gaining life no matter what. I have always liked this card ever since I've seen it. Waste Not. Had to put this in here. One of the best enchantments other than Megrim for a discard deck. As I said, it's a light, sack light, so Fraka's Liberation, Indulgent Tormentor, Torment and Venom, they both have the sacrifice creature or pay 3 life. Blighted Fen, I know it's a high cost for creature sacrifice, but Eldest Reborn I have in almost every single black deck I have. It's a must for me. I have to. Torment of Scarabs. I mean, come on. That player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discards a card. That is amazing. And of course the heavy hitter, Torment of Hailfire. This is one of the win cons in the deck. Of course, you have to get to it first of all. But it is one of the win cons. I've got that out of the box that we did way back. Deck manipulation, because like I said, I had other stuff I wanted to put in here. So Sadistic Sacrament. I've always liked the artwork for that and the ability to go look through and get rid of 15 cards. Nightmare Incursion. Same deal. I mean, can't go wrong with it. I apologize for the crappy quality of that one, but I understand the Informant's a great card. Extractor Demon. I've always liked Extractor Demon ever since I started playing in Conflux. I love the exiling of the decks. Now, the rest of this, as the statement's going to pop up, it's just a whole bunch of random other fillers and draw damage and stuff like that. So, I mean, Peer into the Abyss with Obnixilis is absolutely ridiculous. Same with Underworld Dreams, absolutely ridiculous. Sign in Blood, I've rarely used on myself. I normally use it as a burn spell. I know they get a card advantage, but Fauna Mythos, can't go wrong with that. I mean, an extra 2 cards for you and an extra 2 cards for everybody else, but as long as you have Obnixilis or Underworld Dreams out, you're good. Spellbook, obviously, that's a need for this deck because of how much cards you're drawing. And like I said, the fillers. This is a lot of Amass. Visor of Scorpion, Whisper, Steel Dagger. The ability to play something out of somebody else's graveyard, that definitely helps out. The Amass, like I said, and Death Touch, can't go wrong with that. Then you got Spark Reaper, once again, another zombie. Can't go wrong with that, being able to sacrifice something and drawing and gaining life. Soren's Thirst, you need some life gain and drain, so I've always liked that. And I like that artwork better than the original one. The next up is Obnixilis. This is Cruelty. Once again, flavor. Kyra's Ghost form, just because it is probably one of the best cards that I've seen in a while. That's a common enchantment. I love the bounce back for the creatures. I believe the next up is Herald of the Dread Horde. Whenever it dies, Amass 2, so that's awesome. Lazatop Reaver, when it enters, Amass 1. I mean, 2 bodies for 2, cannot go wrong with that. I definitely do have to say, I didn't really think of the Amass until after the fact, after I was putting this together. Deliver Unto Evil, can't go wrong with returning cards to your from your graveyard to your hand, especially target cards. Next up is, Bleeding Edge. Can't go wrong with -1/-1, maybe -2/-2 and Amass 2. Aid the Fallen, just because you can't go wrong with returning creature cards or planeswalkers to your hand. Woe Strider is just another sacrifice outlet with this scry and more tokens, bodies on the field. And of course, Escape. Then of course, Timaret, Chosen from Death, just because it's a mono black deck. Have to go with that just because he pumps up really quickly. And the gaining life for the exiled creature with his ability is actually really nice as well. I also always thought he was really, really cool, but I like his mask. Next up is... Wow, why did I leave this panel here for so long? Alright, it should be going to the next... There we go. Nightmare Shepherd, can't go wrong with him. Anytime that another non-token creature dies, you get to create a token of it, so it comes in. Erebos and Intervention, love the board wipe. I mean the -X/-X or the exile. Elspeth's Nightmare and Eat to Extinction. Once again, they are just other fillers, like I've said before. I do have to say I like the look at the top card of your library from Eat to Extinction. Clean the Dust, another exile. Sickening Dreams, you get the discard to your hand, but it deals that much damage to each player and each creature, so that is not bad at all. Deceiver form. At the beginning of combat, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card revealed this way, you may have other creatures you control other than Deceiver become copies. That's nice, especially if it's big guys. Vargoth, Bloodsire, I had to for the Vampiric Tutor on legs. Worst fears, I mean, come on, everybody's worst fear, controlling somebody's turn. Extinguish All Hope and Bantu's Last Reckoning are the only board wipes that are in here. And the rest of them, Phyrexian Reclamation, Spark Harvest, Foulmire Knight, Pilgrim's Eye, Razaketh's Right, Thran Dynamo, Read the Bones, I mean, that's a great card. Inner Demon, I love it. I mean, all non-demons get -2/-2 until end of turn, so it wipes could be a wipe if everything was small. But I definitely think that the fillers were there's a lot of fillers, I know, because I didn't really think about this deck much before because of the fact that Tergrid wasn't the original commander for this deck. She wasn't even a thought until I seen her when she came out. The original commander for this deck is actually a pretty scary dude. I've always liked them. And that would be... I mean, I've always liked him. His character's creepy. But that would be the man that the Grimoire is named after, and that'd be Geth, Lord of the Vault. You know, Geth. Hello, Geth, where are you? Geth. There you are. Alright. Geth, Lord of the Vault. He was the original commander for this deck. I know it doesn't really make sense, but the discard and everything like that, and the fact that his ability, you just be able to bring back an artifact or a creature card from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, and then they mill that much, I mean, that is just fantastic. Fantastic, and the Intimidate is even better. Alright, well guys, that was it. That is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that this is the first one, so my voiceover is not exactly perfect, and what I'm saying is not exactly perfect either. But, as always, remember... Okay, I'm guessing it's not timed up with me. Okay then, what else is new? This whole video has not been timed up at all. Alright, hello? Where are you at? How much longer does this video actually have? Okay, there we go. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, follow, and notify. Follow us on Instagram at homebrewedecktech, homebrewed_decktech. And you guys have a good one. Alright? Have fun. Good night.